track. I don't know how I feel about this. I look forward to actually one thing that I'm really looking forward to from this session is getting your ideas on how our touch points can be more and how we can communicate more actually. So let's see how it's gonna be like. Okay, let me just start recording. Super. So let's steal Noel's activity if you were in the Evine card context session. So we're gonna use the annotate tool, and we're just gonna get a quick mood check how you're feeling right now. So yes, you can start annotating. And I don't see anybody doing that. Okay, Harsh is here. Okay, we see Harsh.
Can you see what I'm drawing?
Yes. Yes, I see G. Okay, Jay is very happy. Nice. Let me is very happy as well. Okay, I second Malaysia. Okay, Harsh is very happy as well. What about the rest?
Hi, I just
Amazing.
I switched to my phone, so
It's
uh,
okay. It's okay. You can just tell us.
okay, so I'm a bit sleepy, but I'm pretty excited.
Super, super. Okay, guys, thank you so much for that. We're gonna move on. So I'm gonna clear this. Okay, I hope this clear out right. Yes. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna review the last 6 days, you guys. We were here together for 6 whole days. And wait. Uh yes. So this was the agenda. If we can just quickly go through it. On day one, we had a very light agenda, track opening. We went through sales funnel and tracking. Day two, we had first contact, sales meeting, sales questioning strategy, pitching. We had this whole flow of the kind of processes, the kind of steps that you go through from prospecting to closing deals. Then on day three, you had negotiation session by Victory, and then you had closing contract session. And then on day four, we had external session from Noel on EVA, and then account management. Day five, we had a really good GCP sharing space and remote, semi-remote feature, BD portfolio, BD in my entity. On day six, right now, before this, we had BD in my region session, and now we are in the final session for the track, that is track closing. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna hold ourselves accountable, okay? We're gonna split into groups. I've already created the breakout rooms. We're gonna be 2 people per room, and I've made sure that you are from different entities. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna share your CTAs from each session or from each day with your group, what you're gonna do. So you are recapping what the things that you learned, as well as the things that you have to do. And then with your person in the group, you're gonna set an appointment in your calendar to follow up with that person, okay? And then you have to share the calendar screenshot in the Asia Pacific WhatsApp group. And if you have any questions, you put them here in the Q&A tab. I've made this Q&A tab. So, and then I'm gonna be tagging you afterwards, like after the BD track. And if you wanna write any personal call to action, you can write them here. And yeah, you will have how many minutes? 15 minutes. Okay, starting now.
Too much of conversations, yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine. I think we can have one sharing per group or however you feel like, because this is the last session, so we can kind of push a few minutes into the break. So we can start with, we are like 6 people, so we can go one by one, all of us. So the questions are majorly like, what has been my major learning? What do I need to follow up once back home? You can share 1 or 2 of your follow-ups. And what is my main call to action out of the whole track? So we can start with the first person on my list because I want to hear from every single one of you, and we are not a lot. So Andy, you can start.
Sumi, recall me about the questions. Like the first question is the major learning for the
Mm-hmm.
whole summit.
Yeah.
Okay. So my major learning is that I learned that how relatable that struggles in every entity faces around the region. That's one thing that I can share. And yeah, in PR wise, there's a lot of things that I should work with my BD, which is Tara, about the how we can actually refresh our revenue, new stream of revenue, and so far and so on. Yeah. I think
Okay.
I think that's awesome because like I'm outside right now. I'm so
No,
sorry.
it's okay. It's okay. Okay. Next up
Yeah.
is on my list, Delushini from Sri Lanka.
Yeah, hi. So like the major learning is, I would say, the sales funnel tracking, because that is something we were trying to do, but didn't happen properly because with the CRM system and all. So there is some improvement needed to track this BD funnel tracking for the all the entities actually. But like in the MC side, we are doing it currently. So I was thinking of ways to do it and to make it more systematic. So in that case, we can check the overall BD performance of the entity. So that is some learning and the realization I got. Um, and actually, the follow up back home is that I want to implement a proper account management framework in the entity, because there are a lot of, like, with the B2B implementation and all, a lot of partnerships are building at the moment, and there are a lot of things, and the performance has increased actually, like even during the pandemic. There are a lot of accounts are there already to manage. So I'm kind of afraid that we might lose this proper delivery. So if that is the case, the proper account management system should be there. And also to complete our roadmap for PR. So that is another thing that we should really work on. So that, like, we can align it with PD as well, to because it's, after all, it's the external relations that we are dealing with, and that is one thing. And call to action out of the whole track would be, I would say, like, again, the account management. That is one main thing that I want to work with. And like in this here, I was with Jai from Malaysia. So what we were mainly talk about is, like, we just shared our experience in the MC as well. And also, like, she also has this um, thing, she also want to work on this PR thing, and she also needs to work on the account management and the system, like creating the system in her entity. So likewise, like, there are many common things as well. Yeah.
Super. Thank you so much for sharing. Did you book your calendar invites?
Yes, it is. We took
Super.
a screenshot and put that in the chat.
Amazing. Thank you. Next up is Harsh Raj. You're muted.
Yeah, I was saying just a second. Yeah, cool. Perfect. With respect to learning, I wasn't able to sit for the first 2 days in for the spaces, but one of the things that I could clearly see is that something that I'm lacking personally is, I was sharing this with Andy also, that there are two things that I've learned and seen that a lot of people are implementing, and they've been doing it really well in terms of how they are tracking the performance of each and every product that they're running every month. So, I mean, let's say if I'm running two products, I'm not able to prioritize and able to deliver best to both the products. And somewhere down the line, probably giving out a lot of time on one product and missing out on the other. That's one aspect. At the same time, the other thing is trying to understand as to how can I effectively track my sales for every month, because it's something that we sit for every monthly review, and we try to understand where are we lacking, and there's something that I want to effectively work on in order to probably able to deliver 80% better in the next month. So these are the two things. What do I need to follow up back home? These were the two things that there. At the same time, on a personal level, we were just discussing that for Icicle India, considering the pandemic, people don't really have a lot of experience. So these VPs who are going to be coming, the normal transition booklet that we have is not going to be enough. So I've started working on it, but even the other day, Shamin presented the PR Academy, the not the PR Academy, the BD Academy that she wants to run locally, and I'm going to be taking reference to that, see what is relevant to my entity and how can I take it up. That's going to be one of the other follow-ups that's going to be done on a priority basis because it needs to go out. What is my main call to actions out of the whole track? I've already mentioned there's nothing specific. These things are something that needs to be taken care of in the first place. So yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing. Next up is Krunal.
Yes. I mean, after attending the entire BD track, uh, from the first day itself, there were a lot of new processes, no new terminologies, used in different sessions. So one of my major takebacks is are these things itself. So one call to action is particularly going through the output of the entire BD track and understanding the relevant things that I can start implementing in my particular entity, in my particular processes post APOP. So that is one thing. Apart from that, there was a second realization which was more on the lines of network relations, understanding even if we cannot collaborate in the region, but what kind of GCPs, what kind of good case practices can I understand? Because there are a lot of projects that all the entities are working for. So understanding these projects in the first case, and how can I bring these things to my entity. So these are two things, and yeah, so we discuss the same things in our space as well. And apart from that, yeah, I think I've covered both the things. Yeah.
Thank you so much. And did you book your call with your buddy?
Yes, we did. We did.
Superb, superb, superb. Thank you. Next up is, let me check. GI, your turn to chat.
Hello everyone. So for me, right, I think the things that I will need to do, like my major learning will be more towards like the account management, which I think I need the most right now as well, and I get most of that from that things, and also PR, yeah, PR in the EVA context as well, because I think most of the things that Isaac in Malaysia is lacking right now is actually these two things, yeah. And also what I need to follow up back home, I think is more similar to what I need to do, which is my call to action in the tab. So I actually listed down, right, I need to prepare my BD review before my MC replanning, and also making account management tracker as well for each of the partnership that I have signed MOU, and then discussion with Lermin on the direction of PR. Yeah, especially like because we are doing PR together as well. And then another thing is I bring back APOP output to my EST, because I only have one EST, so I need to make use of her as well, like to keep everyone in the same page. Yeah, so I think that's all from you. Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing that. Okay, next up is our another star from Malaysia, Lerwin. Your turn to shine.
Okay, hello everyone. So for me, I think what is my major learning? I think is refresh my basic knowledge on sales funnel, sales tracking, like all the sales process. And then the thing that is very new to me is PR as well. And also the track that I joined, which is the IGV sales track that is not in BD, but I joined the IGV sales track because that is what I do mainly. So that is a two very new learning for me. And then at the same time it's also the sharing from other entity, because I always thought actually uh, everyone does sales the same, but actually only the process is the same, but the context is very different. yeah, and also the portfolio that we are selling, the conversation that we are having with other people, the external environment is very different as well. And then the things that I need to follow up, and also my call to action is similar as well. I think I have to work on PR, research, and also to plan out the long-term plan for PR so that I know what need to be focused in these 6 months for exam in Malaysia, and then also to review my performance for the past 6 months, and then at the same time also to plan out which is the things that I want to do by this month, but I haven't done, which is the my network sales academy to plan out a complete L&D cycle, yeah, for the new term of LCVP.
Thank you so much for sharing that. All of us have shared. Superb. So next up is just a short announcement that the Global Achievement Survey of November is out, so make sure to fill it. And then I would like to just take a short mood check. How do you feel right now? We are at the very end of the BD track now. So how do you feel? You can write in the chat, you can unmute yourselves. You can write in the chat, I'm waiting. Amazing. Still hungry. Mood, yes. What else, guys? Happy, mixed feeling because need to learn more, yes. +1 to hungry. Super, super. I love it. We are at the end of the BD track, and now we're just gonna take a short, sweet screenshot. So bring on your pretty faces. I'm gonna stop the screen sharing, stop the